Join PCTechForum.net is a new site. It's a way of discussing everything related to tech news. They'll be discussing the latest processors, graphic cards, laptops, hard drives, computer cases. They also have a section for pre-built PCs and custom-built PCs, and also a PC straight from the manufacturer. They also be discussing the operating systems and how to troubleshoot them. And said, last but not least, they'll also be discussing the latest games and business. The site is brand new, so people will join for the first time on there. So come and sign up today at PCTechForum.net.
Peace, family. Vicki Dillard here, and so pleased to be a contributor on African Diaspora News Channel. I'm your sister with the curly braids. Be sure to give us a big thumbs up and share this broadcast. Thank you so very much. Now, family, you all know I love our Black family, of course, based here in the United States and America, our foundational Black Americans, FBA, as we call us from a Black grassroots standpoint, but also my Black brothers and sisters in the diaspora around the world. Yes, that's clear. But to respect who we are as the true founders of America, and us having an understanding and a perspective of the oppressive class here that influences, impacts the world in a way that others don't, is to show us respect. Is to humble yourselves, my brothers and sisters that come from other parts of the world, our Black brothers and sisters that come from other parts of the world. There's something that we understand about this enemy here that you don't. And so it's disrespectful when we see some of our immigrant brothers and sisters that come from other parts of the world that come pointing their finger in our face. Some of them are happy to be business owners. Some of them we know we own different stores, some of them in different things, but not all of them. Some of them you're self-employed, some of them are Uber drivers, everything. That's great. But that doesn't make you an expert. There's nothing that anybody from any other country has done that we haven't or aren't doing. Talk Black to me, somebody. So that's to show respect for the builders and founders of this country, the children of this country, those of us that sustain this country, and those of us that have a perspective and an insight that you don't have. You see? Well, let's talk about this story. English actor Idris Elba, this Variety article says, Idris Elba slams, quote, annoying debate over Black British actors taking American roles, an unintelligent argument. Now, Idris, 2, 3, 4 sisters in America thought you was fine. Now we're not sure. Today. Because some things that make you ugly is not just what you look like, but it's what you say and how you think. See, I grew up in a family with my mom, my grandparents, my mother, the only time she used the word ugly was not to describe your attitude, your clothes, or your hair. It was always, it was to describe an attitude, not the way you looked. She would say, you're acting ugly. That's what made us attractive or unattractive. Watch this. Idris Elba was talking here in the upcoming Whitney Houston biopic, I Want to Dance with Somebody, stars BAFTA winning actor Naomi Ackie as a legendary singer, which means the debate over Black British actors taking roles away from American actors is bound to resurface. Now listen, the debate surged in 2017 after Samuel Jackson, watch this, the debate surged in 2017 after Samuel L. Jackson called out Daniel Kaluuya's casting in Get Out, for which the actor earned an Oscar nomination. Samuel Jackson said, quote, I tend to wonder what the movie would have been with an American brother who really feels that. Now watch this. In a new interview, The Shop via The Root, Idris Elba railed against the claim that Black British actors take roles away from American actors. So watch this. Naomi Ackie's role in I Want to Dance with Somebody served as a launching pad for the discussion. Now, I'm going to skip the details. He says, you know what I noticed? You said Black women in America versus an English woman, Elba said. Like being English makes you less Black. To me, that defines how unintelligent the argument is. No disrespect to anyone who has that feeling. It is what it is. Well, you did disrespect us by saying that, Idris, because you didn't even ask why we said it. Samuel Jackson, who started this conversation in a very public way, which we've been having for many years, but Samuel Jackson was known for this statement years ago, since 2017. You should respect what such an iconic actor like Samuel Jackson says. It must be a reason behind why he said it. Now, let me explain something to you in a minute. Elba continued. The fact is, we're all black. You get a Scottish actor playing an Irish character or an English actor, you don't hear about a debate. But amongst ourselves, we want to point fingers because we come from a conditioning and makes people just make sure where you're from. And are you authentic from where you're from? How black are you? And it comes down to the caste system, and it's annoying to me. No, brother, it ain't no caste system. Sit down and learn something. Class is in session. I'm going to try to stop screaming. I got my gavel. Y'all know the Vicki show is the home of the hand claps and the gavel raps. Now, let me help you, Idris. You've got to understand how our open enemy and its systems and its institutions uses those of you who are not foundational Black Americans. They use you by giving you crumbs and bones and biscuits and rolls to quiet any revolutionary tendencies or any tendencies to be allies with us against white supremacy. When we look at the Joy Reids, I call her Joyless Reid. When we look at Kareem Jean-Pierre, the LGBT Haitian immigrant background, who's now the press secretary. By the way, she blocked me on a couple of different platforms because of a viral video I did checking her and Susan Rice for threatening Snoop. Roland Martin. When you find individuals that have those kinds of backgrounds, some of you don't understand that the reason why some of you all are getting the positions you are, the little platforms that you have, is because you pose no threat to white supremacy. And not only do you not pose a threat, you are willing to try to extinguish the energy and the fire that comes from those of us who have been in this fight against white supremacy here in America. You don't understand how you're being used by the industry to punish us by giving you those roles. And yes, beloved, there is a swag that we have. There is an energy that we exude because we're from the soil here. Talk black to me. And if you're going to respect our collective blackness, it is for you to honor and respect what we know about this enemy on this here side of America, on these here parts of this planet. Do you understand now? They punished in case you try to use Marcus Garvey. Marcus Garvey had to leave his country because he couldn't find enough revolutionary folk in the Caribbean. He had to come rock with us to get somewhere. And America made sure that it never happened again. So in order to stamp y'all's paperwork, some of your paperwork's approved, they have to make sure that you're not going to be a threat and come over here and be allies with us. They're going to make sure that you're going to maintain your allyship with white supremacy because they approved your paperwork. Don't come over here trying to turn up your nose like we don't understand. What? There's something else going on, and we know the game. Now that we done hit you to it, you're welcome. My name is Vicki Dillard, your sister with the curly braids. Be sure to sign up for my Supernatural School, my weekly mastermind courses for a very, 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 very low price of only $44. I'm known for helping folks manifest signs and wonders in their life. It just is what it is. Go to VickiPlant.com. The link is below. Be sure to share with the whole wide world African Diaspora News Channel about sharing this broadcast and giving it a big thumbs up. Be sure to comment below. I hope you understand what I was trying to say, brothers and sisters from around the world. We love you. We respect you. But the way we show respect for each other is to understand our unique perspective and insight that we have about how our open enemy operates, particularly the most powerful one on the planet. We know a little something about this enemy. It would behoove us all to pay attention to what we have to say. I love you so much. I can't wait to see you again.
Colonization never ended in the white supremacist system. And as we see today, the colonization is in the mind. Now, those who have been enslaved and those who have been colonized, we're still dealing with the remnants of that through the colonization of the mind. Pick up my book, 7 Steps to Decolonize the Mind, and we will help deprogram you from the colonization that was put upon you by generations and generations of white supremacy. You can pick it up today on Amazon.com.